Good morning and that, but it's Uncle Lou here, though. Yep, that's right, it's me, Uncle Lou, live for you on LouTube today. Live from Athens, Georgia, also in two. Yeah, that's right, in Athens for the weekend. Rented a house, Airbnb. It's a bunch of us up here. It's a YouTube football community people softball game tomorrow. Anyway, I'm up here for the weekend. Went by the campus earlier, walked around. Anyway, what a shock. Tennessee, cheating, buying players, the whole 9 yards, still can't win. Unbelievable. Now, this is only breaking news in that now we know the official allegations from the NCAA. We all knew when Pruitt was fired, they were cheating. You know, the whole McDonald's bag stories where they were giving recruits and players money and all that. We just didn't know the details. Well, now we know the details. The NCAA has released its report. They've provided Tennessee with a notice of allegations detailing 18 or 19 specific allegations in which the University of Tennessee directly paid players, recruits, or recruits' family members. If you Google it, you can find the entire list of allegations. It goes into detail. Everything from just straight up giving them money to paying for plane tickets, paying rent for recruits' families. In one case, they made 25 straight car payments for a recruit or a recruit's family member. Just all kinds of stuff like that. One of the things that's funny, which it's a lot of shit that's funny about Tennessee, but one of the things in particular that's funny about this is a lot of the players that they paid money to, or a lot of the recruits that they paid money to, ended up not even signing with Tennessee. So imagine you go to the grocery store, you buy a bunch of groceries, but you don't actually get any of the groceries. You're just giving money away. That's what Tennessee was doing under Jeremy Pruitt. They did trick a few of the recruits into signing, and like I said, the report details in specifically what they did in each individual case. And basically, the report details that Jeremy Pruitt was cheating and buying players the entire time he was at Tennessee, except for his first 8 months there. To Tennessee's credit, they fired him as soon as this came out. Now, how much they knew when it was going on and all that, I don't know. That's up for debate. Maybe they knew the whole time, and you know, as soon as it became public, oh my God, we can't believe this is going on, we better fire him. But let's give credit to Tennessee. From the time this was made public a couple of years ago, and Tennessee fired Jeremy Pruitt for cause, by the way, meaning they didn't have to pay him the buyout. According to the NCAA, Tennessee has been completely open, honest, transparent. You know, they've been cooperating fully, the whole deal. So as far as what sorts of penalties or whatever the NCAA is going to dole out to Tennessee, I don't expect it to be anything severe. Now, if they would have got caught doing all this and not cooperated, not fired Jeremy Pruitt for cause, tried to fight these allegations are serious enough to where Tennessee really would have faced probably some serious punishments. A lot of missed scholarships, probably some forfeited games and things like that. But let's be honest, Tennessee doesn't have too many games to forfeit because they don't win very many. So let's be honest. I don't know what's going to happen to Tennessee in terms of punishments or sanctions or anything like that. I'm sure it'll be something, because all 18 or 19, it was 18 or 19, all 18 or 19 of the violations are level 1 violations, and level 1 violations are the most severe. There's 4 levels. There's level 1 through level 4. Level 4 is like you bought a recruit a birthday cake or something. Level 1 is you're just straight up paying players, whether it's direct cash payments, or you're paying their rent or their car payments, or you're buying them airplane tickets, and every single violation was a level 1 violation. So yeah, they were cheating big time under Jeremy Pruitt, which makes how bad he was at Tennessee somehow worse, doesn't it? It makes it even worse. You're out here cheating, breaking every recruiting rule known to man, straight up buying players, making car payments and house payments and rent payments and cash payments to every single recruit and their family member. None of the recruits are named, by the way. Well, actually, the recruits are named in the report, but in the report that was released to the public, the names are redacted. In other words, they're blacked out. And the report does say that none of the coaches or players involved in any of the violations are currently at Tennessee. So They were either all coaches who got fired or left when Jeremy Pruitt got fired, or they were players who have already graduated or transferred or just quit football altogether or whatever. So nobody on the team now or associated with Tennessee directly in any way is implicated in the report today. So what do y'all think's going to happen? They're probably going to lose some scholarships. I mean, this is a lot of level 1 violations to end up with no punishment at all. But I don't think the punishment's going to be near as severe as it could have been or as it would have been had Tennessee not taken the steps they took almost immediately once this became public. Firing Pruitt, cooperating with the NCAA, turning over all the records and documents that were requested, and everything like that. So, a pat on the back for Tennessee, I guess. They got caught and they pled guilty. Usually when you plead guilty, the judge gives you a lighter sentence than if you request a trial by jury and get found guilty, right? You plead innocent, request a trial by jury, waste everybody's time, and then get found guilty anyway, they usually come down on you pretty hard. You go in there, you plead innocent, you strike some kind of a plea deal, a lot of times get off with a little slap on the wrist. So we'll see what happens to our buddies over at Tennessee. Will this negatively impact the current Tennessee program in any way? Josh Heupel and company and the players he has. Well, that's going to depend on the sanctions, right? Obviously, if you take any scholarships away at all, that's punishing Josh Heupel and the people at Tennessee now. This is a big problem with the way punishment is doled out right now in college football in the NCAA. By the time a school is caught and investigated and then punished, everyone responsible for the crimes are gone. So you can't actually punish the people that were directly responsible for the crimes. The school itself ends up getting punished. And if that's what happens to Tennessee, we can debate or argue about whether that's fair or not, but that's the way it's been happening in college football for decades. Southern Cal got punished. Reggie Bush was gone. All the times Miami got punished, all those people were gone by the time Miami got punished. Ole Miss got punished because Hugh Freeze is a crooked ass used car salesman preacher running around with his Bible in one hand and a cell phone full of prostitute phone numbers in the other, buying players and recruits. They get caught. Ole Miss gets punished long after Hugh Freeze is gone. I mean, this is just the way it always goes. So I expect there to be some punishment for Tennessee, but it's not going to be as harsh, as severe as you might think. If all you do is read the list of allegations, you're going to go, oh, Tennessee's dead. I mean, they're going to take away half their scholarships. They're never coming back from this type of thing. 3-year bowl ban, whatever. That's what you would think by reading just the list of allegations. But if you continue to read in the articles that are out there, you'll see that Tennessee, it appears, really went out of their way to cooperate. Like I said, did everything the right way from the moment this was made public about Jeremy Pruitt a couple of years ago. Fired him immediately with cause. So basically admitting that he was cheating when they fired him, because, if you don't know what with cause means, if a coach loses a bunch of games and you fire him, that's not with cause. You're just firing him because he's losing games, and that's when you have to pay him the buyout. If you fire a coach with cause, that means he's done something wrong above and beyond being a terrible head coach and losing football games, which every Tennessee coach for the last 15 years is guilty of. And in this case, Tennessee fired Pruitt for cause. So basically admitting, yeah, he was buying players. He was paying recruits and their families. And then once the investigation started, like I said, according to the NCAA, Tennessee was very cooperative. They were forthcoming. They disclosed any and everything the NCAA asked for. So I think that will work in Tennessee's favor when it comes to doling out whatever punishment they end up getting. Anyway, it's always a great day in Athens, Georgia, isn't it? Yeah, it always is. You ride around Athens today, walked through the campus, walked over to the stadium, walked all over the campus, really. Walked by the stadium, everywhere you go. 2021 national championship everywhere. God bless Athens, Georgia. Still your 2021 national football champions. Have a great day, Baltard. Oh, hashtag 1998.